Just a second.
Yeah, sure. Let me know this port. So once again, we rebooted the ASA. We use the escape key to get to the rommon mode. Okay, and afterwards, because we connected our laptop to the number 5 interface here, okay, we executed the command interface E05 or int only E05, and as you see, once again, it shows that our link is up. Okay, the link is up. Now we need to do the second. Now before we configure it our TFTP server, we need basically to open it. Okay, so I'm gonna open again this folder 210.260, which is on your desktop, I presume already, and I'm gonna go to my TFTP d64.462 port folder. I'll click on it, and the last actually here is the executable file, which when I click on it, it will open it for me. Now it shows me the IP address on my network card. So do it. Let's. So I need to configure my TFTP server. I'll right click on and open network internet settings. I could stop the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll go to the Ethernet, and I'm gonna click on the change adapter options. I will find out my physical adapter, which would be the Ethernet most probably. It says Realtek PCIe GBE family controller. I'll click twice on it. I'll go to the properties, the usual way. And then I'm gonna go to Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP version 4, and I'm gonna configure as it's shown here, 10.10.0.0.2, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay? Now you could use whenever IP address you want. Just then on the ASA server, the next command you need to do something which will connect with this one. Okay? I'm gonna click OK, close everything. Okay, this one I will minimize. I will choose here from my TFTP server. I'm gonna choose the interface which correspond. You see, in my case, the Realtek PCI. That's what it is. It's supposed to change the IP address which you just gave. In my case, it shows it. In your case, it will change it too. If it doesn't, close it, open it again, and find out this. Notice that there are a lot of them, right? All of the interfaces which are here, actually, it's shown here as well, right? And you need to choose the one which is with the IP address we just configured. So far, so good. The next thing we need to do, obviously, we need to say that the server, that's the server we're going to use to deploy the image. Actually, we need to say that our client will have the address of 10.0.0.1. So actually, the command is address. And you need to say 10.0.0.1. And you have the address. Okay? Now, what you need to do now is to copy the file. You have it already in your ASA. If you copy the TFTP server as I advise you, you have inside. So if you copy the TFTP server, you have this one is already there, 917-32-K8_1. So check if you have it in your TFTP server. Just open the TFTPD.462_ port and see if you have all of these files. If you have all of them, it's fine. Okay? If you have all of this, it's perfect. So what you're gonna do now is basically the command will be I'm gonna use the 6 command now, which is there. I'm gonna do file. And I'm gonna say that actually I could copy and paste it because I'm using the Mobox term, it's easy. I'll do copy, I'll do paste it here. That's the file name. I'll click enter. And afterwards, I'm going to choose the command TFTP and DNLD, which stands from download, DNLD. So that means this file from your FTP server, copy it to my disk. Copy it to my disk, and I'll click enter. Now, for me, it's giving this error. It's not an error. It's giving because I already did the variables, which we're going to speak a little bit further. And it's already there. Let's do it again. So we need to do server 10.0.0.2. And let's do again the command then. File asa. and then try again the TFTP DNLD. Now it's okay. Okay, now it's okay. Now, as you see, it's copying. So after finishing the download, actually, from the TFTP server to the ASA, now it's booting from this image. And we see the normal Cisco ASA. So then we're going to follow wherever is written from the 0.9 there. So we need to go to the interface we're connected in. So we do int, and it would be E05. Before this, though, it's okay. So what we do now, we go to the interface. So I could click, I could fulfill it. Oh, first thing actually is enable, right? The password is empty, and configure terminal. And we're there. And now what we do is we go to the interface, and it would be 05, right? E05. It's Ethernet. And we're in the interface now. On the line 10, it says no shut, to no shut down the thing. Okay, and then we need to do the VLANs. Now, the next thing we need to do is to introduce the VLAN. So we do and interface VLAN. We're gonna call it 1. Okay, and then we're gonna say what is the security level. We're gonna do the biggest one, which is 100. Okay, and then we need to call it the usual thing. We need to call it, and we're gonna call it inside. Okay, name if is the command inside. So I'm on a line 13 at the moment, and afterwards I need to introduce an IP address. And the command obviously is IP address, and I'm gonna put 10.0.0.1. I'm sorry, 255.0. Okay, everyone is here, guys. These are the commands. Let me do the command, or show disk 0 another way. That's on the line 15 or 17 dir. It will show you the same way. So basically, with dir command, I think dir command is showing the best output. Let me try the dir command. So let's do dir. Yeah, it's doing it a little bit cleaner. Okay. So basically, here it is. You see, I see my images here. Here's the image of asa841, which I have. I have another image, asa. This is one, 91732. I have two images, asdm731-101, and I have another one, asdm792152. Okay. I want you guys, so to be sure that my ASA will start from the file which I want, as I have two at the moment, okay, different ones for the ASA image. I'm gonna write the boot system. I'm gonna say flash, and then it will be the ASA -9, and I'll click tab, and it will. Let's copy it actually. And it's converting it. Well, it was there already. Okay, for me, I already chosen it, but that's what I need to do. Now, the next thing what I need to do here is to show the next command, which is on the number 20. It's show boot variable. So actually, the boot variables are exactly which will be the one which will be starting. And as you see, mine is the one, right? I'm gonna start with this one. I already have it. Now, if you don't have it like this, actually you need to do the show. You need to create it in this way. So let's go further and let's see show ASDM image also. Yep. So we do show ASDM image, so to see which image we have loaded. And you see, it shows it now. Now, if it shows it to you that there is no such, you need to execute the other command. You need to execute the asdm image, and you need to put this image. But first, you need to be sure with the dir command that the image is there, right? If it doesn't show what it shows here, the manager image file, this 0, blah, blah. If it doesn't show this, that means you need to execute the whatever you have on line 22. And then obviously you could do show image as the image again, right? We don't do it because I already see it. It's there. Now before do write, and I show you that there are 3 ways. You could do write empty space mem or copy running to startup config. That's the same thing. Okay. Now we need to implement the HTTP server and we need to enable it. So basically we need to write down the command on 27 row. So HTTP server enable. And then we need to say what will be our, which will be the available hosts to access the HTTP server. Now, notice that the command, if you see it, HTTP 10.0.0.2, it doesn't say 255, 255, 255, 0. It says 255, 255, 255, 255. Okay. Notice that's it's supposed to be this way. So I'm going to copy the whole command actually, and I'm going to paste it, and it's inside because obviously it will work from the inside. Okay. So I'm going to paste it here, and I'll click enter, and it's done. Now you could do write. Now write the configuration. Do write. Okay. Once it is done, you open your browser. In my case, I'm using the Chrome. And go to your asa, which is actually, even though we did HTTP, it's HTTPS there. So we need to write down HTTPS : // and we need to write down our ASA's interface address, which is 10.0.0.1. Okay, I'll click enter. It's supposed to show you this thing, what I'm seeing. And then you click advanced, and you do proceed, the last one. Now, what the ASA does, you're going to see it afterwards from the interface. There are several ways, you guys, when you use the secure connection, HTTPS, it's because the secure connection, it presumes you're going to have certificates which will be changed between the client and the server. So the ASA actually, what it does, it's creating its own. And every time you reboot, this one will be changed. Then we're going to see graphically how to do it constantly. Self-supplied, self-created, but every time to stay the same. So I'm going to click proceed to 10.0.0.1. And when you see this thing, you could click install ASDM launcher. Now, don't do this. Don't do this. What you could do, well, install it. Click install ASDM launcher. Basically, it will download a file for you. Do it. So when you download the application, guys, you just click on it and do next. That's all. Okay? And install it. After the installation, here it is, Cisco IDM launcher. That's what will appear. Okay? Java is very important also to be upgraded, right? So when I click, now, if you see this thing, when you click on the extension, and if you see this thing, then you see at the bottom of the document, there is a link. At the bottom of my document, which is initial.txt, 01 initial.txt, there is a link. That's the link, okay, in the document. So you need to go to this link. I already opened it. Here it is. That's the link. And actually, they told you what to do, guys. Here it is. They say you need to click right on this shortcut. You need to go properties. And you see here, it shows the target is not as supposed to be. The target. So you need to change with whatever they say. Actually, you need to remove part of this, but this invisible.vbs and run but they're supposed to stay. That's what the document explains. Here it is. When you come here, you need to have this. Let me open it. Hey, here it is. It's supposed to look like that. Okay? That's what you're supposed to have. So you just change it and save it. Well, for me, actually, if I open the file location, I will go exactly wherever, well, not this one. What I could do, basically, I could go here, go to Cisco, it's in C, Cisco SDM launcher. I'll right click on the launcher, more, and I say open file location. And it will open exactly where the launcher is. And I could do the same properties and I could do the same there. I did it already, as you see. Okay, so if I click on this guy, well, actually what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna remove this shortcut. I will remove this shortcut because it's not good. I just skip it for you. Right click, send to desktop. And if I click now on this shortcut, it's supposed to be working this time. We hope. Here it is. That's what I'm supposed to see. 10001. I'm not going to use username and password for now. I just click OK. And when I see this security warning, I just say continue. And here it is. That's what I need on everyone's computer, or at least one person per group. Okay?